Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today I'm going to take one of those huge thick ribeyes that we cut out of that whole ribeye that we dry aged, and we're going to do a reverse sear cook on that. I'm going to do the first part, the slow cook. We're going to do it on the Kamado Joe, and then I'm going to put the final sear on that steak with the Otto Wilde OFB. So let's get started. So I'm going to introduce you to the star of the show today. This is that thick piece of dry aged ribeye that I cut off of the whole roast. This guy is 2 inches thick and it weighs 22 ounces. So what I'm going to do to prep this guy for our cook is I'm going to sprinkle on just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and I'm going to spread that across the surface of that steak, and then I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of salt, and I'm going to give that just a minute to kind of adhere to that, and then we're going to flip it and do the same thing to the other side. So I flipped that guy, and we're going to put just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on there once again, and then we're going to hit it with our salt. And you want to be kind of liberal with the salt. This is a big piece of meat, so I'm going to let that sit for a few more minutes, and then we're going to put it on a rack, put it in the refrigerator. So I put that guy on the rack where some air can circulate all the way around it, and we're going to put this guy in the refrigerator. The reason we have to put a little bit of Worcestershire on this is since this beef is dry aged, the moisture content's a good bit lower, and this Worcestershire sauce is going to promote the dry brining. It's going to allow that salt to get inside of the meat. So you could put this in overnight. I'm going to actually give this one about 6 hours before we come back and cook it. Okay, while I've had that beautiful steak dry brining in the refrigerator, I've gone ahead and fired up my Kamado Joe Classic 3 here, and I'm running the fireboard here. We're going to run this guy at about 225, and have a peek at the dome thermometer here. We're looking there at about 210 to 215 at the dome. So our steak is looking beautiful here. So I want you to have a look at that guy. So I'm going to toss this guy on the grill, and we're going to let it slow cook. So we're going to get the grill open. I've got the slow roller in here, and it looks like I forgot to stick my grill grates back on there. So we are going to set those here up in the top position, and we're going to put this big piece of beef right there in the middle. And like I said, we're going to use the slow roller. I'm going to put a meat probe in here right into the middle, and I'm going to put it in there fairly deep, and I'm going to cook that guy till we reach about 115 to 120 degrees internally. Alright guys, we've been on here about 40 minutes, so I'm going to pop it open and have a look. That thing's looking pretty good. The internal temperature is up to 93 degrees there, so we don't have a whole lot longer to go, so we'll be back when it's ready. Okay guys, we have been going 58 minutes here, almost an hour, and this guy is ready. The internal temperature here is 115 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to take the probe out. I'm going to get this guy off the grill, and we're going to wrap it in foil. Okay guys, I'm just going to take this guy and we're going to roll it up in some aluminum foil, and we're going to let this rest for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so while we get some heat going here in the Otto Wilde. We're going to finish this guy with an incredible sear. Okay guys, I have the Otto Wilde fired up here,
and we're gonna put the steak in, and we're gonna get a sear on the top of this guy. We'll bring it up a little closer to the flame, and this is only gonna take just a couple of minutes here. So I'm gonna kind of let you watch with me as we go. I don't know how well we can see what's going on in there. Let's come in a little closer. We got a smoking hot flame going on in there. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna dial that flame back just a little. Don't want to overdo it. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to give it a turn to make sure we get that nice and even. That's looking good so far there. I want to get a perfect sear on this guy. I've been really excited about this Otto Wilde and how well it performs, so you're going to get a first-hand look at it right here. I wish you guys could smell this. I mean, it has an amazing aroma. Yeah, we gotta let that keep going. Briefly, I'm gonna raise it up closer to the burner. Oh yeah. Back down. That's coming along nicely. Let's take another peek at this bad boy. Oh heck yeah. It's coming along just another minute or so there. Back that flame down just a bit before we flip this guy over. I'm going to give it one more turn here. And we're going to give it about 30 more seconds there on top of that before we flip to the back side. Okay, I'm ready to turn this, and we're going to put the sear on the back side. And I'll bring you back as soon as that's done. Okay guys, this steak is ready to come out. Man, that thing looks amazing. I want to get the camera pointed down on this guy here and let you have a look. That guy looks outstanding. I'm going to let it sit here for just a couple of minutes, and then we're going to cut it open. All right guys, let's take it apart. Oh boy, I want you to have a look at that. Man, that looks absolutely amazing. I don't think the light's doing me any favors on the color here, but let's go ahead and get a taste of that. I can't wait to get my teeth into that guy. It's beautiful. Oh man. Guys, this is off the hook. I can't speak highly enough for this dry aged beef. I want you to just have a look at that. This Otto Wilde does an amazing job of putting a final sear on that, guys. So if you ever get a chance to use one of these, check it out. Atlanta Grill Company carries the full line of Otto Wilde, so let me know what you think. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.